my name's Cristen McMillan. I'm your Public Information Officer for the School District of Indian River County, and you are here with us on Community Corner. Today we have Tess Borengasser, our 2019 District Teacher of the Year. Thank you so much for being with us today, Tess.
You're welcome.
So how has life changed in the past week since you have been selected as our District Teacher of the Year?
Well, I still feel like I'm floating on cloud nine. Just the support from my community, the teachers at our school, my principal. At first, I wanted to find the confidence to fulfill such a big role, and then just to know that all the members at our school just are backing me. It was like, okay, this feels right. And so it's just overwhelmingly, I'm honored, I'm blessed, especially to give back to a community that helped me go to college and helped me in my times of need. So it feels really amazing to give back to our community.
Great. Now you're a second grade teacher at Glendale Elementary. Now, how did your class feel when you came back? Did some of them know already? Did you have to tell them?
Well, I have Class Dojo, which is an app where I can communicate with my parents. And so the kids that day who, I had 2 kids come, but the other kids were like, right away when text us right away. If you wait any longer, we're all going to be mad at you. And so I sent them a picture, and so they were all cheering, the parents, sending, congratulations and fun things through on Dojo. And then the next day I actually played a clip for them, and they were just hugging me and they were ecstatic.
Oh, that's so fun. I'm so proud of you.
It was a fun day that day. We surprised them with pizza. I brought my daughter in, and so it was such a fun day that next day after.
Great. So now there were some different events leading up to this final Stars of the Year gala. And one of them was when we went around in the prize patrol and picked up all the finalists. And one of our favorite stories to tell is when we came to your classroom. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that day?
Oh my gosh, I feel like I could cry thinking about that day. I really do. So yeah, they said that they would surprise the top 5 from 10 to 12. And so, 10:30 rolls around, 11 rolls around, 11:30. It's like 11:50 and I'm trying to teach foundations, and I'm like trying to hold back tears, they're not coming, and I'm like, could they be late? And then, because 12 o'clock rolls around, and I'm like, maybe they're running late, and I'm like, no, it's the district office. They're not running late. They wouldn't be late. And so I took the kids to lunch, and I always eat in the teacher's lounge, and so I didn't even want to eat lunch. I took the kids real quick because I didn't want to see anybody, and I went back to my room to just kind of sit and be like, what, it's okay. It's okay. You didn't get top 5. Not a lot of extra work that you'll have to do. And then my assistant principal and Emily Odom came in through the side door. And so I was turned to the side door, and they were like, are you okay? Because I guess they were all coming to surprise me. And I was like, I'm okay. And so I had already started crying because I thought I didn't get it. And then all of a sudden they're like, because you got it. And I look over, and that's when everybody was busting through the door. And so I was just overwhelmed with, I didn't get it, and then, oh my gosh, I got it. It was honestly so exciting.
Yeah.
And so that was an amazing day. It was like a up and down roller coaster. But it was an amazing day.
That was a great day, and I was able to be on the bus for all 10 surprises. So it was amazing being able to walk into the classrooms and walk into the workplaces and just kind of, show up, and these people are like, oh my gosh, it was the best feeling. But yours was one of my favorite because we showed up and you were teary-eyed in the corner thinking we'd pass you by, but of course we didn't.
No, and then getting to surprise the 2 other teachers after. And I'm like, man, they must just really think it's, I didn't get it. And so that was also fun to go surprise those 2 other teachers.
Right. So we also have Mr. Faust here with us, principal of Glendale Elementary.
Thanks for having me on. And
thanks for being here.
It's such a blessing to have her on my staff. And one of the things I love is she's really supported by all the teachers and the families, and it was a win for our school. I mean, Tess is such a professional, and she's so committed to our kids. And, to see her get that, I was busting because I knew the day before, and I couldn't tell anybody. And then,
the top 5 thing, right?
I knew the day before, and I was the same way, waiting to hear about the top 5 because I think I had called you that night and said, is anything going on? And, because I know how deserving she is of it. She's the type of teacher who's there early, stays late, and works so hard for our kids. And this is her 5th year, and I've watched her grow. This is my 5th year at Glendale as the principal. And to watch a teacher grow into a master is something that, as a principal, I love to watch, and it was easy to watch that go.
Yeah, I know. I think you were calling me on Thursday during the day. Do you have any information for us? I said, not for you. Well, I don't mean it in that way, but maybe, I don't know, maybe so, maybe not. And then I got to finally call you that night and tell you, and you were so excited.
Yeah, that was.
And I was trying to read him that morning, like, oh my gosh, he gave me a hug. I probably didn't get it. He's probably like trying to console me.
Well, we were trying to keep him under control because as soon as we got there, he wanted to grab the phone. We said, no, we have to go to the classroom first and surprise her. And I know as soon as we surprised her, you picked up the phone in your classroom and announced to the entire school that you were a finalist. So it was definitely exciting.
Yeah, we were excited. And then when she won that night, I was immediately on the phone. We got to get a sub for her tomorrow because, she just won today, and I know it's going to be a busy night. So. We got that together.
We did get a sub.
But she still came to work.
I still came.
And, celebrated with her kids.
I said, like, my kids would be mad at me if I didn't come. And
right.
That was an absolute blessing.
That's great. So now you're working towards the state competition. So what are some of the things that you're having to do to submit for state?
And so right now I'm just, I'm really starting to think about what inspires me as a teacher, because that was one of the essays that I wanted to really focus on. And, just our community inspires me. So, I see kids helping kids, strangers helping strangers, our school board stepping out. I saw them at the science fair, and, parents stepping in, our wealthy stepping in, even our lower socioeconomic community, even them helping in any way that they can. And I was a kid that needed that help. And so, it inspires me to give back to our community, because I watch amazing things happen here for kids in need. And so that's just so I'm trying to work with that essay right now.
She's a great role model with her daughter as well, because any school function, she always brings Ellie, and Ellie's helped with giving books away in the Gator Express, and she helps at parent nights. So she really, when she talks about it, she means it. So that's an absolute blessing for our school and our community.
I know. I come out and they're like, it's no longer an excuse to have a baby test to stay home from school function, because I came with her like strapped with the carrier, like picking up the trash on the beach with with our school. So
right. Well, that's setting a great example. So not only are you working hard as the new teacher of the year, but you're a new mom as well, right? How old is Ellie?
I am. She's 17 months now.
Okay.
And she's she's smart, funny. And she's made me be a better teacher. It was like the day that she was born just changed me. And I feel like more teacher of the year quality this year because of her. So I feel like she's helped me win this. And, my mom was like, wow, I just can't believe it, you being a new mom. And, you did it this year. She was just like, I'm just so amazed that you could accomplish this.
Right. It's our own kids, or it's our students that push us to be the best. Yeah,
that's true.
So do you have anything else to say about being teacher of the year, or anyone who's aspiring to be the teacher of the year for their school or for the district? Like,
I just say, just to continue to work hard and just find innovating ways. Our world's changing, and so I know that when the kids leave us, they're going to need some more skill set, especially with technology. So I try and integrate. One of my favorite projects that I've done the last 3 years is we build a website, and they make a website. And so what a cool thing for them to leave second grade saying, I could make a website, and what a good asset for them to have in our future of our world changing. And just connecting with those kids. I was super shy, so me walking through the door in the morning, my teacher may have never known the baggage I was bringing from home with me that day. And I had no confidence, no friends in third grade. And in fourth grade, I met one amazing teacher, Mrs. Dressler, and she read behind my walls, and she really connected with me, and she gave me confidence. I finally made friends and thought about college. So she really changed the outcome of my life. So just connecting with kids and, finding innovating ways to prepare them for our world today. So keeping that in mind. Yeah.
Awesome. And Mr. Faust, you want to give a shout out to anyone? You want to say go Glendale?
Go Glendale, but really go Tess. I think this is a big time for her. She's 5 years in, and she's going into the state competition, and know you're worth it. And you are a worthy candidate. And I know, walking through classrooms all the time, I could never go into Tess's classroom and know she would be working more hours than most teachers to make sure her kids are successful. And that you should take that with pride, because this year I know everybody believes in you and everybody cares for you. And when you won, it was just, people kept coming by my office and she won. Oh, God. So excited. But, believe in yourself, because we believe in you, and I know you're going to be a great representative for our district.
Thank you, Mr. Powell. It means so much.
Thank you. Yes, you have all of us behind you. All of us are supporting you and cheering you on.
It's exciting. So, and my kids are like, "What's next, Miss Borengasser?" So they've been amazing through the process. You know, we're like a family. So
that's great. Well, it's going to be such a great year for them too, watching you go through this process.
They even want to know about this interview. They're like, "You're going to be on TV." They're like, "What time? What channel?" And tell us about it tomorrow, or send us a message. So it's really cool. I can stay in constant communication with them.
Great. Thank you so much for being with us today. Up next, we have Jillian Brothers from Fellsmere Elementary School with her principal, Ramon Echevarria.
The school district of Indian River County is active and adding followers daily on social media. Wondering what's going on in our district? Do you want to see pictures and videos of our teachers and students doing amazing things and keep up to date with news, events, and hot topics? Follow us. On Twitter, search for @IRC Schools, and for Facebook, @School District of IRC. Are you looking for a way to access our school board meetings from home? Find us on our district YouTube channel, youtube.com/School District of Indian River County. You can also view video segments of exciting community events that have taken place in our district. Tune in to Comcast Channel 28 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99 to view district news regarding course registration, event information, transportation, and school news.
Hello and welcome back to Community Corner. I'm your host, Cristen McMillan, and I'm here with Jillian Brothers, our District Employee of the Year from Fellsmere Elementary School. She is our head custodian at Fellsmere, and we are very proud of her. Thanks for being here, Jillian.
Thank you so much for having us.
So, how have things changed in the past week or so since you were selected as our Employee of the Year? Has there been a difference in your life?
Yes, people are telling me congratulations, and I'm like, thank you. And I prefer to fade into the background a bit more, so it's very nice, though.
So what does a day look for you at Fellsmere? How does that look?
It starts early. I like to get there early, so that way I can get a lot done before the teachers and especially the students arrive. I come in, I like to clean the office, make sure the cafeteria is good to go for breakfast, and then the day starts and we go from there.
Great. So you're the head custodian. So do you supervise the other custodians at your school?
Yes.
What's different from your position than a regular custodian's position at the school?
I oversee any deliveries and ordering, and just make sure if there's any calls of anything that needs to be taken care of during the day. Mainly I'm there during the day while the kids are, and then the girls are there in the afternoon to clean up the classrooms and stuff like that. So we just all work together and we all have our own spots and we just make it happen. So it's fun.
Great. So this process has been a long one. We started a couple months ago and there have been lots of events leading up to the final selection. Now, what was your favorite part of the process so far? Because we've had a lot of different events and things going on.
I would have to say the party bus. That was a really fun surprise.
Tell us a little bit about the party bus.
The party bus was super fun. It was a school bus decked out, and it had garland and all this fun stuff on it, and it was really, really fun. And they picked us up, and Mr. E called me to the office because it was a surprise, and he told me I had a cleanup. So I show up at the office, and I'm, in a mask and gloves and everything, and there's the school board, so that was a surprise.
So you thought you were coming to clean up some sort of sickness,
yes.
And we picked you up and put you on the prize patrol bus, our star patrol,
yes.
And we took you off to pick up all the other finalists because you were the first person that we picked up that day.
Yes, that was so much fun.
So you got to ride along and see all of the 9 other finalists as we picked them up. So how was that experience?
That was super fun to see. I loved it. It was just absolutely awesome. I loved all of the reactions of adults and especially kids. That was really fun to see because they were just completely jazzed up. It was really cool.
Right. Well, speaking of reactions, I think that Mr. Echevarria here had quite the reaction when he found out that you won as a finalist for the district. So tell us how you felt that day when we showed up, Mr. E.
It is always a joy to be able to celebrate, because when one of our employees in our school get honored to be one of the finalists, we carry the pride of a school, our staff, our students, so we can't hide that joy. So that's unique. I guess that goes for anybody. And for us being one of the Northers, or the Northern school in the district, and being a little more isolated in the process, it just kind of is like an explosion of joy to see, yes, we made it. We are in the competition. So that's always feels healthy, and it kind of gives a good sense of the pulse of where we are.
Right. Now, I know you were excited. I believe you were actually on a chair at one point.
Yes.
What stands out about Jillian at school?
Jillian, I've been thinking about this. I've been talking to her a lot through these days. Like, what is it that makes her magical? And, we use her nickname to be Magic. And I think it's a combination of factors that go back to having some of her background experiences that she has had at Disney. And we had talked her years in Orlando and then here in Europe. And when she has been part of organizations that are globally recognized as elite, or they have high standards, and they bring that quality of work into our district, into our school, you're proud of that. You're just not hiring any just good person out there. This is a person that is bringing some great experience in her bag. And when that comes, then that spreads to the other ladies that she works with, the other custodians that work with her. But then again, it impacts our parents, our community, our staff, the administration, our students. And you just cannot help it but be proud of what's being celebrated in our school. So that stands on her. And again, just the ability to love, to be organized, to love to clean, to love to lead, to be able to improve, to recognize when she makes mistakes, to own when things don't go right, to be able to fix it, to be able to be on it, to be able to be happy regardless of the things that she does daily at work. It's a person that we could count in having the school clean, because it's just the first thing that anybody feels when you come to a house or any building or school per that say, you just smell and you just look and when things are clean or not. So that aura, that presence is some of the qualities that this young lady brings to our school. So we're proud to have it at Fellsmere at this time, but it's part of this Indian River County district. So thank you for saying yes to us.
Thank you.
And it really seems like the culture at your school, I know now it's probably, it stands out as a time where you're really being celebrated, but it seems like the culture at your school, you probably feel pretty special every day.
Yes, it's amazing. It is a
great.
very special place, and I love it. It isn't just a place to work, it's a family, so it's just really nice.
That's great.
I love it.
Well, tell us a little bit about you, the personal details. Like, tell us a little bit about your family. Like, what's your role when you're not at school?
Wife, mother, I love it. I love to be a mom. I love to be a wife. They're amazing. I have 3 boys, Andrew, Dennis, and Jasper, and they're just absolutely awesome. And every day is an adventure. And with 3 boys, you can imagine they're all boy.
Yeah.
So I get to clean up at home too. So that's fun.
I can understand that. So you definitely have your hands busy at home and at work.
Yes. So
sounds like a nonstop job.
yes, I'm never bored. Let's just say that. So.
Definitely. So there's a few things that you're doing now to prepare for the state competition. And what have you been working on for that?
Just trying to keep our school clean, doing the normal stuff. There's some letters I need to submit and different things like that. So we're just going through the process, and it's a really fun thing to do. And I'm just very excited and honored to be able to stand for our school and our county. So it's very, very nice.
Great. Well, we are all behind you. We're all backing you. And, the gala just last week was very fun and exciting. And how did you feel when you were standing up there right before they announced the names? Like, did you think, maybe I've got this? Or?
I didn't know. I was completely shocked.
Were you?
Yes, and I had a plant that was eating me the whole time, which was fun. But yeah, I was completely shocked and humbled and just honored and just excited, just absolutely excited.
Right. Well, we definitely had 10 amazing finalists.
Yes.
Along with just the other amazing teachers and employees that work in our district. I mean, it's really so hard to narrow it down, but it was one of those things where the people that we had, all the finalists, I feel like anyone could have represented our district well.
Yes.
But we were so lucky to have you, and we're so lucky to have Tess. And it's just very exciting to get to this point where, you know, you guys can possibly represent us now at a state level.
Yeah, that would be an honor.
We'd love to see you go all the way.
Yes.
But regardless of that, you know, we are just so proud of you, and all the work that you've done for the district. So, do you have anything else to say before you leave us today?
No, just I love my job and it's super fun. And even though it's not the most glamorous job, it's amazing. So thank you, and thank you for your time, and I'm just honored. Thank you.
Great, thanks. And Mr. E, what about you? You have anything to say?
Just a thing, some of the things I do want to say is that she being a custodian or head custodian at this point, you know, the job that they do, she just mentioned, is not the most glamour, but I think it's one of these special jobs that they have. And sometimes for us, for the district to be able to recognize one of our head custodians as the Employee of the Year, it shows the dignity that this particular service has, not only in the community, but in the school. So to all the custodians that are there, including you, that their work matters and that their work is being recognized.
Absolutely.
And that is a very important job that all of us that work in that particular level have to continue to step up to that plate to be able to be the best that they can as custodians, as head custodians, because it is the place to be. Is that what you have been called to be? So celebrate who you are, where you are. And I'm so glad to be able to be in this time as one of our custodians.
Thank you. And I know that we really tried to make it a point this year to show that our teachers and our school-related employees are on the same playing field, and that, you know, everyone deserves the same recognition.
Absolutely.
And that all of these jobs are just dedicated to our children that we have in the school district that we see every day, whether or not we see them in the classroom or the cafeteria or walking through the halls. Everyone has a duty to take care of these kids and mold them into the people in the next generation that will inherit our planet, basically.
Amen. That's true.
So just thank you to you, and thank you, of course, to our Teacher of the Year, Tess Borengasser. And thank you for joining us today on Community Corner. I hope that you have a great day. I'm your host, Cristen McMillan, and your Public Information Officer. Thanks for being with us.